Well, hello everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am super excited. I've been waiting to get on and play for many days now. We finally launched the Collective Pack server, the modded server, and I am late to the party, folks. Late to the party. Quite a few of the other collective members were able to start the last few days. I was not able to start because of work, and make sure my sounds aren't too intense. Let's get everything kind of down a little bit. So yeah, all the other collective members have been able to begin, and they've already started making their little structures here and getting all the good real estate. Somebody's got the little pedestal over there, so I'm super excited to get started and claim my own little piece of the spawn area here. I can already tell that is Teggy. I'm pretty sure that's Teggy. Let's go take a look. That looks like her character, I'm pretty sure. Oh, wow. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm ready to get started and claim my own little space in the world before they're all taken. Looks like maybe too late. Folks have already got everything pretty much set up in their areas, and I may have to take the leftovers, but definitely okay with that too. I think I see some hillside over there I could take a look at. But I'm going to get started. It's a mod server. Give you guys a quick look at the mod pack. There's a ton of good stuff in here. I guess probably the easiest way to do it if you look at it here. And when you look at it, it's we used a lot of the mods from Mod Sauce, took the other mods from packs that we all enjoyed playing. So a lot of things that we can work with here. I'm going to be much more inclined to do the mechanical type side of things, automation, a lot of those kind of mods are what really I want to do and enjoy doing. So I'm going to get started gathering materials and make me a quick claim before somebody else gets all the good land, and try to get me a spot probably right up there. And I think in this episode I'm going to try to right away get a base here. I'm going to make my permanent base in the spawn, along with I think most of the collective members are going to do that. But yeah, I'm going to get right into it and make my base, and I think I have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to do it. There's no build restrictions, so we can do whatever we want to do, and I have an idea of something I think will be fun for me and maybe a little outlandish, but I think it'll be good for my base, and I'm going to get started trying to lay out the groundwork for that. So I'll be back when I have a little bit of progress and the basics done, and I appreciate it. Bye. Hey, welcome back everybody. Draffon here. I may sound a little bit rough. I've got a touch of the cold trying to get over. I apologize for that. But I thought I wanted to touch base with everyone, and I wanted to try to do a little bit on camera. I've not done much in this world. I've just got some basic necessities. I've tried to lay claim to my little piece of the spawn area, and I think this is about the best of the last real estate available. So I went ahead and laid claim to this small area here. I'll probably I'll either build that area up to this height, or I'll take this area down. I'm not sure what yet, but in my small adventures I got some apple trees for some food source as needed, and yeah, that's very pathetic, but the dirt enclosure was the quickest way for me to have a little bit of security from the because the nights are rather interesting and rough in this area, werewolves and ogres and whatnot. So anyway, I've got a basic tinker's smeltery set up. I found a village way off and kind of robbed it of all its goodies, and that's what's given me the start here. But nothing in here, and I thought what I would do is go ahead and create the basic starter tools for Tinker. I think most people have probably seen this, but essentially what I want to do is create an excavator to begin excavation of the area below us for our Tinker areas for mechanism and our spawners, things of that nature. And what I want to do with that is create a let me get the tools out. I wanted to create a basic excavator tool, a basic hammer tool, and a basic lumber axe, so that we could begin doing that. And that could be going about this all wrong. I could be looking at the wrong book. Actually, I think I am. you know what, the best way to probably do this is to just look in here. Duh. So yeah, I want to create the large hammer for the 3x3 excavation, and then the lumber axe so that I can get wood with one chop of the tree, and then the excavator so I can get a 3x3. The first and most important is the hammer. I may only have enough material for that. But anyway, it's going to require the hammerhead, it's going to require the large plate cast, faceplate, and one tough tool rod, which is here. And let me go ahead and sleep in that. But what I want to do is create a tool that's able to mine cobalt and without using diamonds. I want to use diamonds for my crafting throughout the series. So yeah, so what I want to do is create one that related to the materials here. Alumite. So it has a speed of 8, which is not bad for a starter tool. It can mine to cobalt, and it has a decent durability as well. So I'll create the heads out of alumite, and I'll create the rod out of iron, most likely, so that it's easy, cheap to repair, but we'll spend the most important resource on the head so that it gets the good durability and the ability to mine the cobalt. So anyway, we'll smelt down this. I believe it's I believe it's 5 parts aluminum to 2 parts obsidian and 2 parts iron. So as soon as that's smelted down, we'll pop those in there, and I believe that should create the mixture for the alumite, and we'll create. Put this slav in. There you go. So I know it's low. You see the basic resources as I'm flipping through the chest here that I've acquired. Not like I said, not too terrible much of anything of any importance. I was able to find diamonds. I found 2 or 3 nodes. I died a couple times. As a matter of fact, you can see my death marker over there. Yeah, I died a couple times adventuring, unfortunately, but yeah, that happens. And so that should be enough to create all the alumite. We don't want those in there. So the first thing we're going to want to do is create the head, and we're going to go ahead and make the one for. We're going to make the heads for all the tools that we know that we want, which is the lumber axe, the excavator. I think that was the lumber axe, wasn't it? Yeah. And the excavator with the alumite. Okay, Tiggs. I apologize, that may be too loud. Let me fix the sound so they're not crazy loud. But yeah, the alumite, as I said, is a really good starter for cobalt. It's not that hard to make. Like once I found diamonds, I went ahead and made a crafting station down below. I made a diamond pickaxe and gathered up some obsidian before I came back. I knew that was, you know, that was what I wanted to be able to get to, was to be able to mine cobalt and ardite. And we'll create a, like I said, we'll put some iron, additional iron in there afterwards, and make the regular portions of the tool out of iron. But we'll just kind of watch this smelt up here. It won't take too much longer, I don't think. So we have the aluminum in there, and then as soon as this obsidian and iron pops in there, it should transfer the bulk of this to alumite. And I think that we'll have enough to get all 3 of our primary pieces for the shovel, the excavator, and the hammer into alumite. So there's some obsidian, iron popping in, and there's 21 ingots of alumite. And obsidian goes in. You know what? Could be. No, it should be right. That stuff sure does take a minute. We'll go ahead and pop that hammer in there, and while we're waiting. Oh yeah, so yeah, yes, I missed it, but you can see that it transferred into the alumite, and with those had, I think they take 8 ingots. I'm not sure. I didn't see exactly what I had, but I'm pretty close to that, I bet. And the next important thing to get is the excavator, so we'll do it now. So we had 16. Let's see how many the excavator head takes. Goodness gracious, yeah, she took 8 as well. So we should have just enough left to do the axe head. I sure hope so, because I do not have any more aluminum. That was all I had in mind now. And that moment of truth. Was it enough? Yes, yes it was. Alright, so we're going to get rid of those. We know we don't need those anymore. And probably should have went ahead and popped this in there, but yeah, whatever. I'll go ahead and put it in at this point. No reason to put in the already ingots. So we've got plenty to smelt down. And we'll just build the rest out of this. Rest of this out of iron. It's fairly easy, fairly cheap repair cost for these items, and that way we'll have a really good head capable of the speed and the mining level that we want, and then the tool, the rod, and the faceplate will be easy to repair throughout the rest of it. So we'll need to also make one of these, extra faceplate, another tough rod. So we're going to need a total of 4 faceplates, 2 tough bindings, and 2 rods. I do have some paper. I could make paper, some of these parts out of paper, which would allow for more modifiers. But for these very basic tools, I'm not really worried about modifiers. I'm not going to be putting a lot of speed upgrades or fortune upgrades or anything, reinforcement, really, any of that kind of stuff. These are just going to be my basic working tools to get started. My very first thing that I'm going to work on, I'm going to do whatever I can to work toward, is the digital miner. Basically, once I have this and have a steady power source, everything else in the game becomes achievable in a very short time. So my goal is to get this as quickly as humanly possible, which means that I have to get into the mechanism machines. There's quite a few different machines that I have to make, but all in all, I'm not too worried about it. I know it won't take me too long to get there, but the primary thing that I need to do first is get this basic material gathering out of the way. And after I get these tools made on camera, my intention is to begin excavating the area below me for our underneath here is where we're going to have our basic factory area, and I want to go ahead and get started on that. I'll do that off camera after we get these tools made, and while I'm doing that, I'll start making some material lists and get ready for, goodness, a little bit of lag today, to get ready for our all of our mechanisms. What in the world? Okay, I'm a little bit confused if we're duplicating bugs here or what's going on. Really, this is a bit bizarre. Okay, not real sure, but we'll go with it. That was kind of odd, was it not? No, I guess I put those in there like I thought I did. Oop. So that 2, I think we needed 3 of these, and if I'm not mistaken, we needed 4 of these. And then after we need that, we're going to need the tough binding, and we will need 2 of those. So there's all 3 that we need there. And we need 2 of these. 1. And we need 1 more of those. Boop, boop. And again, I apologize for the sniveling and the rough voice. Been pretty rough cold or difficult cold to get over. I'm just about there though. So we need 4 of those. That. Is that everything? I think so. Let's see what we got here. We have the basic hammer. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, and pink. My daughter really likes that. Let's see. We're going to call this Z Hammer. Z Hammer. And for the axe, we'll just be non-creative, and we will call it Z Hammer and Z Axe. We'll just call it the Z Chopper. I'm not very creative, so that sounds good to me. And on the excavator, am I missing something? No, I got it all. And Z Digger. Z Digger. Oh. Wasn't sure if I hit space twice there. So yeah, we got all of our basic tools. That'll be 4, 1, 3, make that 5, and we'll put the other tools away for later. Yeah, Provoc actually, when I died one time, I was getting camped by stinking cave spiders down there in a mine shaft, and Provoca came down and helped me clear it, and he also had given me this sword. I was using an iron sword. Really appreciate that, Provoca. That helped me get out of harm's way and save the day. I appreciate that. But I think what I'm going to do is get started with digging a little bit on camera so you can kind of see the benefit of these nice tools, and from there I will. Yeah, I still really hadn't decided if I wanted to cut this down or but you know what, I think that's exactly what I want to do. I want to cut this down to the same level, and then we'll go from there. But these tools are extremely handy for mass excavation, things of that nature that we'll be needing to do for clearing. And with the alumite, it's going to be a little costly to repair the head portion, but they should have decent durability. You look at the durability on here, I think we can. Well, for some reason we don't have very good, have the mod turned off or something, but anyway, I'll fix that. You can look at the durability by hitting shift most of the time, but I must have something disabled on this new server we just started. So, but yeah, I'm going to go through and clear all this area and get it down to the same area as my little makeshift dirt cabin, and that way I can, before I get too big into everything, all the different mods and whatnot, I want to try to create some resemblance of a makeshift base that's a little better than a dirt hut. I don't want to be a perpetual eyesore in the spawn area, that all the people have to look at every time they log in to do their videos. So yeah, I'll try to make it a little bit better so that people don't have to see unsightliness every time they log in. And yeah, you can see the benefit of this thing. It's just crazy how quickly you can excavate a mass area with these tools. And like I said, the alumite, it has a very good durability. That's very weird. A very good durability, a very good speed. Everything is top notch for what you have in it. I mean, with just some aluminum, obsidian, and iron, it's a very good tool to start out with in a new modern world. So I'm going to get cracking away with excavating this all out, and I think to end out this video, we'll probably just try to get this area somewhat presentable, and then that way I can get cracking on with what I really want to do, which is get into the modded portion of the pack. So I'll be back when I have a little bit more progress to show you guys. Well, hello everybody, it's Draffon here. I'm back. Thought I'd give you guys a little quick tour of our starting world here at the TCP. We've had lots of activity. A lot of people have been playing, which is awesome. Creates a good community feel. Everybody's been helping each other out, gathering resources. I've been trading a lot of different collective pack members for Yellowrite to try to get my base set up and going. But I thought I would show you guys a little bit around. I don't know where everyone has their bases at this point, but I do know a few around the spawn, so I thought I'd just give you a quick tour of that, show you a little bit of what we have going on, and this morph mod is pretty sick. I never played with it before, but yeah, I'm a red dragonfly. So anyway, let me get in here where I can control this red dragonfly. So yeah, you can see before we had the little smeltery and a dirt hut right in this area, and I went ahead and kind of flattened out the area, laid claim to it. Hopefully I didn't claim too big of an area. Hold on one second. To my mysterious water. Not that I know of. Don't know what water she's talking about, but I don't think I'm the creator of it, but I wouldn't swear against it. So anyway, hopefully I didn't claim too big of an area, and if I did, then I'd be happy to I'd reduce it whatever the community needs. I did claim kind of a big chunk, but I want to do kind of I'm calling it draft works, but I want to do like a factory area that has different little small factory areas on the top here, and then underneath I'll show you in a minute, which we'll do our wiring and our tinkering and things. So out here, I don't know if somebody's building a mob grinder or future home, no clue. But somebody built that out there, don't know what it is. And this is a really cool little house up here on the top. Would be a great spot for a lighthouse. I'm not sure whose place this is, but again, it's pretty cool, and I like the the nice simple architecture, kind of clean, but pretty cool looking little deal. And love the bridge. I'm not sure. Let's go see if we can figure out whose house this is, because this is a really cool looking modern house going on here. Seriously, get lost, it says. And oh, this is Head Design Z. Oh, we're hacking with our 3D hack. I can see him down there. Looks like he's doing a little bit of gardening or something. Wow, what a cool modern house. And he's using a lot of bibliocraft in here. You can see the furniture. Forget the hitboxes jacked up on these, but yeah, pretty slick pad here, the Z. Pretty slick indeed. Wow. So pretty cool. We have some really good builders on here. I don't think Steve has started yet. He's a really good builder on our server. But this is a Crazy Crafts little place, which she's big into archaeology and magic. It looks like so far at this point in the server. She's actually got a little bit of archaeology equipment in there, and I used it to analyze something, and it actually created a dodo. Yeah, I hear that. And hey, Rob, how are you, buddy? So we found a dodo DNA, and she turned it into a dodo, and looks like she's got them breeding or reproducing them with eggs. Not sure how that works, but we have little community fruit trees. Obviously, this is Teggy Beggy's house. Pretty cool little pixel art there. And this is the beginnings of Raytek's home. He's a pretty good tinker type builder as well. I'm sure he'll have all kinds of cool contraptions once he gets a little bit of playtime. I'm not sure who claimed this area up here. Someone has, just not sure who it was. But over here, I think I think this is Derp's place. I could be wrong. I haven't seen a sign, but he was on last night for a while, and some activity was going on. I don't know if that was his place, that was his place, or this was his place, or they're all three his place. I'm not sure, but he was over in this area working last night, or I'm pretty sure he was. Back over here, we have a little hidey hole right there, which is EJ's place. He's just beginning. Oh, I forgot one cool place over here. Excuse me while I fly back over. Right down kind of by Ray and by what I presume to be Derp. Down here in this cool little fossilized dinosaur area, we have Miss Blockington's place. Yeah, she's got a cute little entry here. She has lots of dinosaur bones around. I think she's going to be big into the fossils and mod, and the magic mod looks like. She's actually inside right now. Peeking on her, kind of creepy. She can't see that I'm out here because I'm just a dragonfly. Or watch out, she'll come out and kill me. So anyway, yeah, we have up here on you can see it kind of looks like a piano from up here, doesn't it? It's kind of odd. But up here on the hill we have Professor Y. His house is up on the hill above us. And boy, don't you feel kind of creepy flying around, and we're just peeking in on all these people and they don't even know it. Hey, Professor Y. Kind of funny there, huh? Professor Y's little doom-filled starter house. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. And down here we have the beginnings of O.C. Lewis and Pravaka. I believe they're going to build together this series. They did on the last server, and yeah, they made some really cool stuff, and I'm sure they'll do so again. Yeah, those sleeping bags, they're bugged. They are still bugged, I think. Pretty sure. And they should be disabled probably until mod author fixes it. Author repairs. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry for the sniveling. I know it's gross on a video, but I can't really help it. It's hard to go any time without one, without sniveling right now. So anyway, back to my little base. Again, I'm going to create some kind of little mixture of factory areas up here, I think, and you probably can tell what I've been working on the most. So this entire episode, what I've been doing is really mining, and that's why I didn't really record any of it, because I showed you at the very beginning. I built some basic tools, and yeah, those basic tools are now gone. So now I have, this is the only enchant I've done personally. I got that off a mob drop down in a roguelike dungeon where I got killed many times. But this is the only thing I've enchanted, which I got a pretty good working pick out of it, so I'm not going to complain. But the Alimite tools I made served its purpose very well. Dug out this entire area with them, and I did lots and lots of mining with them. But yeah, this is nothing fancy. I've got a strip mine down through there where I went down and caved and strip mined and caved, and pretty much gathered resources. This entire first series or first episode, I've done nothing but gather resources. I've created built the smeltery where, like, I'll go down and literally just go down and mine for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it takes to fill my inventory completely full of ores. And then I'll come up and I'll just dump all of the ores into this chest, and sometimes the only a nugget's worth comes out. And when that happens, you know what? I don't even care at this point. I break it and start back over. And I've got the little redstone clocks which automate this whenever there are materials in there, and I have a chunk loader to keep it loaded. So hey, this is my automation. Pretty pathetic, but this is all the automation I have going on right now. But you know what? Hey, I've been able to get quite a good starter amount of materials at this point, so I'm not complaining. I've got quite a bit for the starter time that I've had, and I have a good amount of material to get cracking on with what I really want to do, which is boom, get this bad boy online. So I've primarily been caving and strip mining to get yellowite, so that I can make a yellorium, so that I can make all this crud and big reactors. So this will be my power source for the foreseeable future. Finally got it built just a little bit ago. I traded some diamonds to Professor Y. I traded some diamonds, I believe, to Head Design Z for yellowite, and to just make it go as far as I could, I took the yellowite, put it here in the grindstone, and just grind it away. So that essentially doubled my output. There, boom, finally finished smelting. So yeah, that's all the yelloworium I have in the world, which I believe is going to be enough to power this. But it would be foolish to power it right now, and you say why? Because we have no cooling. We have nothing but air blocks in there, and that will not do. I could put water in there, but water is such an inefficient source. I would go through that in no time, and it would not be worth using. It would be very inefficient and foolish to do so. So what I'm doing is the only other point of automation I have in my world, a magma crucible. So yeah, I'm taking it and I'm melting down, I guess would be the correct way to say it. I'm melting down, and wow, how pathetic is this? I'm melting it down with a survivalist generator, which, oh my gosh, are you talking about? I should have, I was really low on iron, so I made this, and then now, you know, subsequently I think I have like 3 stacks of iron or 4 stacks, whatever it is. So I could make some true furnace generators, which would be a lot better starter power, but I'm not going to sweat it. You know what? I'm going to keep mining and grind this out while this slowly builds up. So yeah, so far we got 42 buckets of redstone, which is probably more than enough to get this online. But I want to make sure that I have about 3 stacks of yelloworium before I put anything in there and bring it online. And the main thing I want to do before I get it online is, boom, I want to make this digital miner. Once I get the digital miner going and I have the way for portable power, when I have a way to get my portable power via Tesseract, once I get those 2 things accomplished, then you know what? I will have unlimited materials, obsidian, marble, any kind of ores, anything I want to be basically unlimited. Because I can set up the digital miner, I can throw a chunk loader down, then I can come back over here and work on the base, and my digital miner will still be off in the world, mining out whatever I want it to mine. So I'm excited about that. I chose to get this going before getting a quarry going, because this can I can pinpoint. For example, you know I need a ton of yellorium to get, or I don't need a ton, but I want a ton of yellorium to get going, so that I don't ever have to worry about my reactor running out. So you know what? First thing I'll do is plop the digital miner down somewhere out in the world and have it specify or yellorite only, and it will mine out a bunch of that, plop it in there. Then I never have to worry about power again. So then I can do the same thing for all these ores. I can do it for diamonds. I can do it for copper, for tin, for gold, for iron. Lead, silver, aluminum. Just really whatever I want, I can get in bulk that way, and that's really what I'm going to do for my goal for my next episode, is to get the digital miner online, get the mobile power online, get this bad boy fired up, and that way, while I'm here working at the base, we'll still be gathering resources out in the world. So that's going to be it for me on the first episode here at the new our new series at the Collective Pack, or the Collective Pack, I think is what we're calling it, for the Collective server guys. And I'm excited to be here. Great to be a part of the team. And I hope you guys enjoyed the first video, and I'm going to be cracking on to get the rest of this out. So peace out.